Here's a business model that genuinely confused me. On the surface, it looks like a classic two-sided marketplace, connecting furniture sellers with buyers, taking a commission, standard platform economics. But when you actually break down where the money comes from, this thing operates completely differently than what it appears to be. And honestly, the disconnect is fascinating. Okay, so you know how you can buy basically anything on Amazon? A book shows up in 2 days, costs like $15 to ship. No big deal. But a couch, a dining table, a bed, that's that's a whole different animal. And I never really thought about why until I started digging into this company. Because here's what I didn't realize. Shipping a 200-pound couch from China to someone's living room in Ohio, that involves, like, for different companies, 2 warehouses, a freight ship, and that last mile delivery that costs more than the couch itself sometimes. It's logistics nightmare. So when I first heard about GigaCloud, I thought, oh, it's like eBay for furniture, right? Sellers list stuff, buyers buy stuff, GigaCloud takes a cut. Easy. That's the marketplace model. eBay takes 5%, makes billions, everyone's happy. Tech company, high margins, beautiful business model. Except that is not what GigaCloud does. Now here's the thing. I should have caught this earlier. There's a clue hiding in plain sight. The net margins. Pure tech platforms keep 20, even 30% as profit after all costs. It's beautiful economics. No inventory, no physical assets, just software connecting people. But GigaCloud's net margins are around 10%. That's not a pure tech margin. Something else is also going on here. All right, so now I'm pulling their actual financial data. And look, if you want to follow along with this, I'd honestly recommend you do the same. It helps to see the numbers yourself rather than just taking my word for it. Head over to tickar2xl.ai. Type in GCT. That's the ticker for GigaCloud Technology, and you can download their comprehensive financial data. It's how I do most of my analysis, and it'll help you spot these patterns on your own and other companies too. Okay, so I pulled their financials, and the revenue story looks great. They went from $414 million in 2021 to $1.16 billion in 2024. That's 41% compound annual growth. But then I looked at net income, about $126 million. Now that sounds good until you do the math. That's a 10.8% net margin. And we just established that pure platform companies should be at 20, even 30% margins. That's when I thought, wait, let me actually dig into where this revenue is coming from. So I went into their last filing for a revenue breakdown. And this is where things start to get interesting. They break their revenue into 1P and 3P. Now, in marketplace terms, 3P is third-party sellers in their own marketplace. That should be the big number for a platform, right? But look at this. 70% of their revenue is 1P, first party. That means they're selling their own products. Of that total $1.16 billion in revenue, $400 million comes from selling their own furniture on their own marketplace. Okay, fine. Another $350 million comes from services and marketplace fees. That's the platform part. But here's the kicker. $410 million, the biggest chunk, comes from them selling their own furniture on Amazon, on Walmart, and Rakuten. So let's compare this to an actual marketplace. eBay? 95% of their revenue is from marketplace fees. They don't sell their own stuff. They just connect buyers and sellers. But GigaCloud? 70% of their revenue is from buying furniture and reselling it. That's wholesaling. They buy furniture from manufacturers. They warehouse it. They sell it. Sometimes on their own website. Sometimes on Amazon. And they also have a marketplace on the side. Now here's the thing with furniture. When you're buying and reselling furniture, you need somewhere to store it. And this company has 10.3 million square feet of warehouse space. That's like 200 football fields. And because they don't own these warehouses, they rent them, they're paying $88 million a year in rent alone. We talked earlier about how their 10% net margins don't look like a tech platform. But here's what's interesting. They're actually pretty good for a furniture business. Most furniture sellers operate at 3 to 5% net margins. So GigaCloud is doing better than the traditional furniture seller. In fact, when Warren Buffett acquired Nebraska Furniture Mart, it was doing around 5.2% net margin. Now, I have to mention this because it's part of evaluating the business model. There have been fraud allegations. Two different short seller reports claimed the business was overstated, especially the marketplace part and the usage of AI in it. While GigaCloud denied most of it, and some of the claims were even dismissed by the court, but the judge allowed the claims concerning its AI usage and marketplace revenues. The company settled the claims for $2.75 million. So, although the allegations were overblown, it's something you need to be aware of when looking at this business model. So here's what we figured out about this business model. GigaCloud presents itself as a marketplace platform, the Amazon for furniture. But when you actually look at where the money comes from, 70% is them buying and reselling furniture, including selling as a vendor on actual Amazon. The remaining 30% is marketplace fees. Their $88 million in annual rent and $1 billion in assets tells you that they're asset heavy. This makes them a furniture wholesale and distribution business with a marketplace website, not the other way around. They definitely aspire to be a marketplace, but are not there yet. So that's it for this one. If this helped you understand GigaCloud's business model, or if you think I totally missed something, drop a comment below. And if there's another company you want to decode, let me know. I'm always looking for the next confusing business model to dig into. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.